All right, welcome to the final part of our series on moving from feeling completely exhausted by admin work to truly owning your practice. Today, we're tackling something huge, money. Specifically, the revenue that you are almost certainly leaving on the table right now without even realizing it. Let's dive right in.
So let me start by asking you a question, and I want you to be honest with yourself. You do the incredibly hard work, you see the complex patients, but at the end of the month, does your revenue actually reflect the level of care you provide? You know that feeling, right? That little voice that says something's getting lost in translation between your clinic room and your bank account? That's what we're digging into today.
Okay, look at this number, 65%. Let that sink in for a second. This is the percentage of all medical coding errors that come from one place and one place only, documentation deficiencies. It's not some random billing mistake. It's not a software glitch. It's a fundamental gap in the story your notes are telling about the work you actually did.
And I need to be super clear about this. This is not your fault. You're an amazing physician. This is a systemic issue. You are so deep in the complex, critical work of patient care that the admin task of documentation just can't keep up. It's that constant state of overwhelm that's stopping you from capturing the full value you create every single day.
So what's the real-world consequence of this? Well, here it is. Because of that documentation gap, physicians are unintentionally undercoding nearly 20% of their encounters. That means you are literally leaving money on the table for managing those complex comorbidities, for all that high-level decision-making. Think about that really complicated patient you saw last week. Do your notes truly capture the full scope of your work with them? Probably not.
Okay, so how do we actually fix this? It's time to stop playing defense, always worrying about audits and denials, and start playing offense. Let's talk about building a revenue engine, a core component of a synaptic digital clone, which is designed to be a smart, digital replica of your practice's brain.
So what is this revenue engine? Well, think of it like the financial brain of your digital clone. It's an intelligent agent that works for you 24/7, turning your clinical notes from a source of stress into a powerful financial asset. This is way beyond just billing. It's about making sure you collect every single dollar you are owed.
It really breaks down into 3 simple but powerful steps. First, it helps you create bulletproof notes by pulling together a patient's entire history, connecting all the dots automatically. Second, it uses that complete picture to justify the highest appropriate level of reimbursement. And third, it protects you from those awful insurance clawbacks by creating a perfect, audit-ready trail.
Okay, that all sounds great in theory, right? But what does it actually do? What are the real-world results for a practice just like yours? Because a strategy is only as good as the proof behind it.
And we're not talking about some huge theoretical study in a giant hospital system. We tested this with one single independent practice over just 4 months.
The result? An extra $300,000 in total revenue in just 4 months. And this wasn't from cramming in more patients or working longer hours. This was money that was already earned, but was just getting lost in that documentation gap.
That's a 15% jump in their total revenue. Just stop and think for a second. What would a 15% lift in revenue mean for your practice? All by just making sure your notes finally tell the true story of the complex care you provide.
Look, this is the really crucial takeaway here. This is so much more than just software or another revenue tool. This is your path to getting financial clarity, to achieving operational sovereignty, and really to reclaiming your own freedom.
You have to stop being the bottleneck. You have to stop being the single point of failure for every decision. It's time to reclaim those hours you're paying as a family tax, all that unpaid admin time that steals you away from your life.
All right, we know you're incredibly busy, so we've laid out 3 super clear next steps for you. You can request a free DNA integrity check, where we analyze your practice's logic to find exactly where the gaps are. You can join our workshop and basically cram 6 months of strategic work into a single day. Or, if you're ready to go, you can secure a special founding architect rate before the deadline.
So pick the path that feels right for you right now. Schedule your complimentary discovery call with our team. Let's figure out how to build a practice that actually runs without you, having to run yourself into the ground to do it.